সবাইকে শুভ সন্ধ্যা, আসসালামু আলাইকুম, and welcome to our Valavangard, this digital connected platform, knowledge platform at the moment to start with. So, and also very thank you to everyone because you could make it. আপনারা আসতে পেরেছেন এরকম একটা সময় যখন আমরা জানি যে আমরা সবাই মনের দিক থেকে চাইলেও খুব বেশি ভালো থাকতে পারছি না। At the same time আমরা সবাই অনেক বেশি কানেক্টিভিটিতে চলে গেছি বলে ব্যস্ততা বেড়ে গেছে আমাদের ভার্চুয়াল কানেক্টিভিটিতে। তারপরেও সবাই যে সময় করে আপনারা জয়েন করেছেন এই আজকের এই কোভিড রিলেটেড সায়েন্স অ্যান্ড কমিউনিটি কানেক্টিভিটি আজকের এই ডিসকাশন সেমিনারে, সেই জন্য আপনাদের সবাইকে আমার পক্ষ থেকে এবং ভালোভেনগার্ডের পুরো টিমের পক্ষ থেকে সবাইকে শুভ সন্ধ্যা, ওয়েলকাম এন্ড আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আমাদের এখানে বেসিক্যালি আমি একটু যদি শুরু করতে চাই, আমি ডক্টর নাজরিন আক্তার, আমি ভালোভেনগার্ডে একজন দায়িত্বপ্রাপ্ত কর্মকর্তা হিসেবে আছি। এখানে আমাদের একটা পুরো টিম আছে যারা আমরা মিলে ছোট একটা টিম আমরা ভালোভেনগার্ডকে সামনে নেওয়ার চেষ্টা করছি। এখন ভালোভেনগার্ডটা কি একটু যদি বলি, কারণ এখানে অনেক জয়েন করেছেন। কেউ কথা একটা ভ্যালু অ্যাটেনশন অল্টারনেটিভ ডেভেলপমেন্ট লার্নিং অপশনস প্ল্যাটফর্ম। আমরা ভ্যালুকে অ্যাটেনশন করে অল্টারনেটিভ ডেভেলপমেন্ট লার্নিংটাকে নিয়ে আসার চেষ্টা করছি থ্রু দিস প্ল্যাটফর্মে, বিকজ সোশ্যাল ভ্যালুটা একটা রীতিমতো একটা ডিস্টর্টেড হচ্ছে, ইটস মিসিং এনিওয়ার অ্যান্ড সামওয়্যার অ্যান্ড এভরিওয়্যার। সো আমরা এই ভ্যালুটাকে কিভাবে ফিরিয়ে এনে ইনটু দ্য কনস্ট্রাকশন অফ দ্য মাইন্ড, into the cognitive attention, into the work level, into the education level, into the society construction এর মধ্যে কিভাবে একটু একটু করে ঢোকানো যায়। This platform will try best to do it with all of you. আপনারা সবাই এখানে কানেক্টেড আছেন, যাদেরকে আমি ইনভাইট করেছি তারা মোস্ট অফ দ্য কেউ না কেউ কোনো না কোনো ভাবে এই প্ল্যাটফর্মের সাথে আছেন, এবং অনেকে হয়তো নতুন করে আজকের সেমিনারের মাধ্যমে আমাদের সাথে সংযুক্ত হবেন অ্যাজ এন অ্যাম্বাসেডর। এই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা খুব ইন্টারেস্টিং প্ল্যাটফর্ম। আমি রিকোয়েস্ট করবো আপনাদেরকে কোনো এক সময় করে এটার ওয়েবে এবং এটার ফেসবুকে যেতে চেষ্টা করবেন যারা এখনো পর্যন্ত ভিজিট করেননি। যে আমরা এই প্ল্যাটফর্মের মাধ্যমে আমরা বেশ কিছু ধরনের কাজ করি, টেকনিক্যাল কাজ করি, আমরা এটার মাধ্যমে এই ধরনের সেমিনার বা নলেজ ক্লারিফিকেশনের কাজ করি, আমরা নলেজ অ্যাডে কাজ করি, অনেক সময় অনেক রিসার্চের কাজ। এখানে আমরা অনেক বেশি থিঙ্ক ট্যাঙ্ক, যাতে আজকে আপনারা বেশ কয়েকজন এখানে থিঙ্ক ট্যাঙ্ক আছেন, একসাথে করে তাদের আইডিয়াগুলোকে আবার আমরা অন্য প্ল্যাটফর্মে নিয়ে যাই, সেটা ব্যাপারে আমরা পার্সু করি। সো দেয়ার ইজ কোয়াইট এ ভ্যারাইটি অফ ওয়ার্ক আমরা করছি থ্রু দিস প্ল্যাটফর্ম। সোশ্যাল ভেঞ্চার আছে, বাট এটা আইডেন্টিটি এখন পর্যন্ত মোর কাইন্ড সোশ্যাল বিজনেস ভেঞ্চার হিসেবে শুরু হয়েছে। গ্র্যাজুয়ালি আমরা এটা নিয়ে অনেক কিছু চিন্তা ভাবনা আছে ইনশাআল্লাহ ওভার দ্য টাইম। আপনাদের সবাইকে সাথে নিয়ে আমরা সামনে যেতে চাই টু ব্রিং ব্যাক দ্য ভ্যালু ইনটু দ্য সোসাইটি ইন এভরিওয়্যার এনিওয়্যার। সো আমি এটা সম্বন্ধে বেশি কিছু না বলে এখন চলে যেতে চাই ওয়াই উই আর টুডে টুগেদার। সো আমাদের আজকের একটা বিশেষ হিসেবে যে কোভিড এর অলরেডি, যদি আমি ফেব্রুয়ারিতে চায়নার কথা চিন্তা করি, আর মার্চে বাংলাদেশে, মার্চের 8 তারিখে বাংলাদেশে শুরু হয়েছিল ফার্স্ট কেস, এন্ড 3টা কেস পাওয়া গিয়েছিল। সেখান থেকে আজকের এই জুলাই পর্যন্ত কেস নাম্বার অনেক বাড়ছে। এরকম একটা সময় উই আর কোয়াইট কাইন্ড অফ এ স্ট্যাটাস, যেখানে আমরা কিছুটা কনফিউজড, আবার অনেক জানি সবাই, আবার কোনটা জানা দরকার সেটা হয়তো জানি না, বা যেটা না জানা দরকার সেটা হয়তো অনেক বেশি জানি। সো ইটস এ কাইন্ড অফ এ মিসনোমার অফ নলেজ অ্যান্ড আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং এর একটা গ্যাপ ঘুরছে চারপাশে। সো আমাদেরকে মনে হয়েছে যে দিস নলেজ প্ল্যাটফর্ম ভালোভেনগার্ড ক্যান টেক সাম রোল লিটল ওয়ে, যে আমরা কিছু মানুষকে and science and community, very open discussion, open platform to talk for some time. আমরা আশা করছি আমরা এই আলোচনাটাকে 90 মিনিটের মধ্যে নিতে চেষ্টা করব, বাট তারপরেও যদি এটা লিঙ্গার হয় and it has been enjoyed, আমরা হয়তো আরো কিছু মিনিট এক্সটেন্ড করতে চেষ্টা করব। সো আমি যদি ফর্মালি যাই, দ্য বেস্ট পার্ট অফ দিস টুডে এসে যে আপনারা সবাই যারা যারা এসেছেন, আই রিয়েলি অ্যাপ্রিশিয়েট। 31 ইজ অলরেডি দেয়ার পার্টিসিপেন্ট। ইনশাআল্লাহ আমরা আশা করছি আরো অনেকে জয়েন করবেন। সবাইকে আবারও স্বাগতম এবং শুভেচ্ছা আমাদের ভালোভেনগার্ডের পক্ষ থেকে। But very glad to আজকের যেটা ইন্টারেস্টিং পার্ট হলো যে we really want to introduce you with our two of the speakers. Sir is basically a public health person, of course, with he has got MSc in Mahidol University, and he's a Cambridge PhD, and you know that Sir Sir was a kind of a political ruler, I must say, in the development field, because he was in former director of our IEDCR, which is at the moment tackling this epidemic. And Sir has tackled so many of these kind of disease in the previous. So I'm going to tell a little bit about that too. So Sir was 9 years former director in IEDCR. At the same time, Mahmood Rahman sir was basically professor of NIPSOM. So some of we are already student of him, I'm sure. I'm his direct student. So maybe some of the audience are direct student from of him. And at the same time, he is basically chair of the WHO Southeast Asian Regional Certification Commission for polio eradication. And he took a very strong role from Bangladesh for the polio eradication work. And similarly, like he's also like a facilitator person in the health system who really led the National Influenza Center laboratory, this preparation and development of this system. And also Nipah laboratory, web-based disease surveillance system in Bangladesh. And also similarly, he is one of the member of the International Health Regulation and Pandemic Influenza Review Committee at WHO headquarters, Geneva currently. At the same time, he is also a member of the Emergency Committee of MERS-CoV COVID and MERS-CoV virus. And at the same time, he's also an expert review committee member for polio eradication and many more. Like what to say about Sir. And also like he basically witnessed and tackled quite a number of this kind of epidemic surge, what happened like Nipah, avian influenza, then polio is very strongly tackled and is already eradicated from Bangladesh. So Sir is a witness of all this epidemic and he is a stewardship of this epidemic handling. So I'm sure that in this COVID time, Sir will give us more insight in this discussion because he already witnessed some of this kind of similar kind of virus related epidemic in our country, either local epidemic or it's an outbreak way, whatever way. So thank you, sir, to be with us and agreed and joined as a key speaker of this today's session. And I'm sure that most of our will be very much enlightened from your insights and your understanding about this virus, which will clarify ourselves as well. Next to the speaker is Dr. M. Selimuz. Background is a public health person here, so he's a principal scientific officer. And he's also, apart from his MBBS, did his DTM&H from Aidul University, same university as Sir did, his master's. And also Dr. Selim is master's on infectious disease control. So, and he is quite longer time, he's with IEDCR, he directly worked with Mahmood Rahman Sir as well. And at the moment he's with IEDCR, he's a direct witness of, handling this epidemic. So he has got, I'm sure that more practical insights to share with us today. And very in IEDCR, and also he's in the Global Health Security Agenda Action Plan. So he's the coordinator there, and he's also a member and General Secretary of the One Health. So One Health Bangladesh is a very strong platform. It's locally and globally connected. So these are the two of the speakers with us, and how to go about the program. So this is a virtually connected program. So we have to be very clear about that time management, and also that we are focused with our sharing and discussion so that everyone get an importance. At the same time, everyone get the total view that what they are expecting from this COVID science connectivity and community connectivity discussion. So we have to keep that in mind. So time is very important to be managed. So from that point of view, what I'm going to do, I'll be requesting Sir to present. And Sir is the keynote speaker today. So Sir will be presenting about the totality of this from the public health and epidemic point of view. At the same time, after 20-25 minute presentation from Sir, then I will go for directly asking some of the relevant questions. I'm sure those questions are already in the audience mind. So I will be a kind of on behalf of the audience, I'll try to moderate those questions initially. So I will ask some question to Sir as a key speaker, and also Dr. M. Selimuz Zaman. So that will take 20-25 minutes, I guess. And afterwards, we'll go for some open discussion and the floor will be open. So audience can raise their hand. Audience can raise their hand, and at the same time, they can keep some question in their chat box as well. So I would be requesting, there is a kind of a behind the scene আমাদের host কাজ করছে, Dr. Imrul Mohammad Sifat, একটু hi বলেন Dr. Sifat. Dr. Sifat.
Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Yes, please. So Dr. Sifat, Imrul Mohammad Sifat is a public health person. He is a graduate public health master's student, and he is working with Vala Avantgarde. So he'll be hosting the whole thing so that it is nicely managed, harmonically managed. So that will be expected from Sifat. It's a very big responsibility you have taken so that we all are not severed. Right timing, right communication should be connected. Thank you. So we have with us our small team, Mr. Arifur Rahman, who is the manager of our this Vala Avantgarde, and Biplab Banerjee. Are you there? So Biplab Banerjee will be joining. So he's our team member, another. Aronno, are you there? Aronno, are you there? So we have 3 of the team members who are from Valo, and then we have other members as well. So just to start with, and requesting our key speaker to present himself with the total understanding of this virus, which are we all are eagerly waiting for that. So তার আগে একটু শুধু বলে দিতে চাচ্ছি যে কোয়েশ্চেন যখন আমরা করব, আমরা সবারটাই আমাদের ইমরুল মোহাম্মদ সিফাত খেয়াল রাখবে, তারপরে আমরা চ্যাট বক্সটা খেয়াল করব অবশ্যই। আপনারা হ্যান্ড রেজ করে কোয়েশ্চেন করতে পারেন, চ্যাট বক্সে পড়ে আমরা কোয়েশ্চেনগুলো শেয়ার করতে পারি। আর একটাই শুধু রিকোয়েস্ট থাকবে যে আজকের এই আলোচনাটা আমরা we just invited because we really want to make it more kind of science and community connected আর প্রোটেকশন নিয়ে বেশি কথা বলবো। আমরা হয়তো সমালোচনার বিষয়গুলো আনবো না, বিকজ আমরা সমালোচনা করতে চাই না, বিকজ ওইসব বিষয়গুলো যেগুলো কি করা উচিত না, এগুলো আমাদের প্রতিদিন রাত্রে আমরা টিভিতে টক শোতে দেখতে পাচ্ছি। সুতরাং আজকের প্ল্যাটফর্মটা টোটালি আমরা একটু নলেজ বেসড প্ল্যাটফর্ম হিসেবে আশা করবো যে আমাদের ডিসকাশন গুলো যেন নলেজের অ্যারাউন্ডে ঘুরে, যাতে করে আমরা when we leave the আজকের প্ল্যাটফর্মটা যে সেমিনার থেকে চলে যাওয়ার পরে যেন আমরা একটা ক্লারিফাইড আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং থাকে যে what the virus is all about, what to really do. So if individually হোক আর সোশ্যালি হোক বা কালেকটিভলি হোক কি করতে পারে, কি করা উচিত, ওই নলেজ ক্লারিফিটিটার জন্য আজকের এই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা। So thank you so much. So I don't want to linger anymore, and I'll be requesting our Professor Mahmood Rahman Sir for his keynote speaking, and Sir is going to lead. So please join with us in this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. me to make this presentation. I was director of IT for 11 years, 7 months, precisely.
11 years. Okay. Thank you.
7 months, almost 12 years, you can say. And the other point, yeah, which I also add that I led the pandemic in 2009 also. So that was the influenza pandemic, the last pandemic. So these are the 2 things I just wanted to add. Yes. Very much, Razin, for introducing me. I won't take much time in introducing everything. I will go straight to the presentation. And you know that this COVID is a disease which is a lot of new things will come, and a lot of questions are there where we also don't know exactly what are the answers of some of the things. So I will be giving a little bit of my understanding and also overview what is happening in the whole world and where are we in different aspects. But obviously, I will not be able to cover the whole range, obviously, in 25 minutes. So that is the thing, and you can ask questions where I can clarify those. So if you look into this coronavirus issue here, this is a large family of viruses which causes illness in people and other. And so this is not only the human, it also affects the animals. That is also an important issue, the coronavirus. And some coronaviruses infect animals, then spread to people, and then spread person to person, such as severe acute respiratory syndrome,
आगे
which
डाला
happened in 2003. I think someone is not muted. And the other list respiratory syndrome coronavirus, the MERS coronavirus, where Nazdeen has mentioned in 2012, where the emergency committee formed, I was a member of that also. The coronavirus, which is the one what we are facing, is the COVID-19, the name which has been given. And there are also other mild coronaviruses which causes upper respiratory illnesses like common cold, which is already around us. And if you look into these, the origin of this virus, I will just focus on few things. Like the first one, the coronavirus was from civet cat, the SARS-CoV. The second one, which came, MERS coronavirus, and disease is COVID-19. So these are the things, but there are other animals also which can cause coronavirus, transmit the coronavirus. So this is about the origin of the coronavirus. If you look into the genetic issue, this is as a whole for the coronavirus. I think someone is not muted. So this is the genetic diversity of coronavirus as a whole, not only COVID-19. This is for all coronavirus, where we can see the most important message here is that the virus is coming from different any type of animals you can see around, which are causing this virus coming to the animal in the human-animal interface. And this is the sequence which has come out from the SARS-CoV-2, the recent one. And you can see the lineages which came from the pangolin lineages. And so far, large number of that sequencing has been conducted, more than 5,000. See that I have also marked red here. Bangladesh has actually shared 13 sequences from here, and this is a clade which is known as GR. I don't want to give details about this, and you can see this Asian lineage, which is mostly this GR lineage. So this is just to make you understand. These are needed to understand the sequencing, to understand the source and from where it is moving and where it is going, and whether it is causing any mutation. So far, we have not seen anything major. There are mutations, but not major anything to cause problem. The mutation can, okay. So if I go into this, what is coronavirus that I have mentioned a little bit, and it is spreading from person to person, respiratory illness. And this is a new coronavirus first identified during an investigation into an outbreak in Wuhan, Hubei province, China, as you all know. And this has come from a live bird market. That is what has been thought about. And currently, a team has reached China for WHO team, international team, to look into the origin of this illness, because there are a lot of talk about it, that where it has come from. But so far it has come from the animal, that is understood, but that's a lot of validation. So if you look into this comparison of these three different types of viruses, what I have mentioned, you can see the number of cases that has happened during SARS-1, the MERS, and also currently what is happening. You can see the cases are large number of cases that is happening for this COVID-19. And if you look into the death, you can see that the number is also huge when we look into the COVID-19. And countries impacted, 29 in SARS-1, 27 in MERS coronavirus, but 213, almost all the countries of the world has been affected. And if you look into the case fatality, this is also 2.6. So this is a principle, like if the case fatality rate is a little bit low, then it spreads more. If the case fatality is very high, then it cannot go very far. It stops there. You can understand about the MERS coronavirus. You can understand about the SARS, which has died down for some extent. And so that is a principle we follow also, but this is in a shape that it can spread very fast. So this is what, for the healthcare worker, but it is quite high. I could not get the exact figure for you in this. So when we look into the situation of COVID global situation, you can see that it is spread over all over. It is not like these are the empty spaces. They have cases, but most of the cases are concentrated here in this area. And this is the area where the USA, Canada, and also Brazil is down below. And also in our region also, what we see that it is quite worse. It is happening. And the number of cases, the global case confirmed, and also the number of deaths you can see on the left side. So if we look into the different region of WHO region, we can see that highest number of cases coming from the Americas, Europe, and then Eastern Mediterranean. Southeast Asia is actually fourth in the position, Africa and Western Pacific. But we see that Africa number of cases are going up nowadays in the African region. But some of the countries did very well. Actually, they wanted to contain it from the very beginning. So if we come to Bangladesh and see that what is the status, you can see that it has spread over in all 64 districts, but not equally in all the districts. Which we can understand from all this, but these are cumulative figures, but we see that the situation changes time to time. If you go a little bit details about these cases, you will see that as you have heard also, Nazneen mentioned about the first case reported in 8th March, then death reported in 18th March, then tested so far until today, 932,465, and total reported cases 129, and also 181,129, and total reported deaths 2,305. So these are the figures until today. What is happening in our country? These are the reports which are coming from the test that is done from in the country by the government. I would ask you to concentrate on this graph where we see that from the beginning the cases are going up on a daily, this is on a weekly total basis. We have seen total number of new cases detected per week, because this is an estimate. We can see daily and we can see also per week basis. We see that number of cases which has come down. There is a issue. We know that government has introduced charges. So after that, we see a little bit of number of cases less, but we have to look into other indicators also. This is an indicator where we see the percentage change. I mean that every week, what percentage is going up, what percentage is coming down. So with this, so if this continues, then it has to sustain for some time. Then it might be, it might give conclusion that it is coming down. But with these two indicators only, we cannot make this conclusion also. That is also very sure. And if you look into the test positivity rate, this is another indicator where we see that it is not coming down, rather it is going up. Even if you see today, it was 24%, which is a national average, which is quite highest, I should say, in this timing. So we don't see that positivity rate is coming down. So looking into all these indicators, we cannot conclude also that the situation is improving. But what can we say? That cases are not rising exponentially, which happen in some countries. That much we can say. If you look into the case reported death also, you see that these are also upward trend. This is also not downward. And these are also number of deaths reported per week total. So this is our country situation, what I have seen. Country has undertaken several interventions so far at the point of entry, in the airport, in the international travel quarantine, school closure, cancellation of public events, workplace closure, restriction on international travel, countrywide shutdown, and also extended until 30th May. After that, it relaxed. And also there are other measures still now, outdoor not allowed from 8 to 6 p.m. This has changed actually currently. I forgot to change this. And those stores remain for a certain period. And there are also restricted commercial flights, international, national flights. So these are all intervention measures, and those have been taken. If you look into the epidemiological parameters around the globe, we can see this is most important indicator, the basic reproduction number. This is the number which tells us that how fast the epidemic is moving, that how many cases are getting from one case, one index case, how many cases are giving rise. So if you look into the overall for the whole, this globally, from 69 studies, we see it is 2.99, and 2.99 is not less, which is quite high. If you look into these numbers, Singapore did quite well, 1.19. And the basic thing is that it has to come down below 1. When it comes down below 1, we can say that this epidemic has been controlled, and this has to sustain for 3 weeks at least. It is done on the contact case tracing. We don't have in our country a good figure with us to tell you that where are we standing. There might be some figures with Selim, which if he has, he can mention. The growth rate is the actually daily increase. We have shown the weekly change, not the daily one. And also symptoms onset to hospitalization is overall 5.09, and also incubation period, if you look into 4.24 overall, but it has a range from 3 to 5 days, these are from all this incubation period that we have come. So these are the indicators which also helps us in making decision what to advise to the people and what should be the quarantine and also the isolation time, all this. This is just a give you an understanding that how much a disease spreads. If you look into the MERS coronavirus, it was not much. Ebola, you can see 1 gave rise to 2. Influenza, also you can see that not even 3. But for rubella, it was quite high. For smallpox, it was very high. For measles, it is very high. It is 16, 17 are not, which is, I mentioned you about the basic reproduction number. COVID-19, still now it is at this stage. If you look into as a whole, SARS, this is the situation of the SARS. This is the SARS of the 2003, and this is the mumps. So this tells you about when you compare with other diseases, where are we standing with the COVID-19. How it spreads, you know it well quite, and there are a lot of things coming up also currently. It spreads the flu and other respiratory diseases, the way it spreads through respiratory droplets infection from person to person when coughs and sneezes. And it can also happen through inanimate object. These droplets can land in the mouth or noses of people who are nearby, or possibly be inhaled into the lungs between people who are close contact with one another. This is internationally, it says about 6 feet, but WHO says about 1 meter, which is a little bit more than 3 feet. We say about 3 feet. So this is happening, but it can pass through the inanimate object. Currently, there is another debate going on whether it passes through the air also, this air, whether it's airborne or not. But there is a concept that the place where there is aerosolization, I mean that where the samples are taken and also within the COVID world, this virus can remain suspended for 3 hours. So this is also issue, the highly infectious word which can happen, that the healthcare worker, why we are getting infected, that could be one of the reasons. If we look into the survivability of the COVID, the SARS-CoV-2 virus actually, not the disease, sorry. In plastics, it can survive up to 2 to 3 days. And these are also from different studies. On cardboard, it can be 24 hours. On aluminum, it could be 2 to 8 hours. For glass, it can be 4 to 5 days. So it has got a wide variation. And I have shown it also here on the paper, on copper, cardboard, wood, cloth. Cloth is very important for us. It can remain for 2 days. Stainless steel remains for longer period. For polypropylene plastics, it is 3 days. For glass, it can remain up to 4 days. And for money, which we always handle with paper money, it can be 4 days. And outside of surgical mask, what we use, it can remain for 7 days. So these are very important for us people, for the healthcare worker mostly, that what precaution we should take depending on the findings of this. the most common symptoms which appears, as you know, this is fever, cough, shortness of breath. But you know, currently what is happening, there are a lot of, there are symptoms coming up which is not really written in the different literature. And there is another important symptom which actually WHO mentions about the fatigue. And nowadays, we see that this test, disappearance of the test, and a lot of other issues. But these are the wide range of things which can happen and also cause the gastrointestinal diarrhea also. And the symptom appears 2 to 14 days after exposure. The average incubation period, as I have mentioned, reported to be 5 days. We take it 5 days. And 80% of the patients with confirmed COVID-19 have mild symptoms. That we always say. And in very severe cases, patients with COVID-19 have developed pneumonia in both lungs. In some cases, COVID-19 can be fatal, and what we also observing in our country. This is about the vaccine and therapeutics. I will not go telling about details, just I want to give one figure to you that currently there are 192 vaccines in the development stage, 192. Only 7 or 8, here we have got probably 9, are progressing in different stages. The one which is from Oxford, you can see it has crossed, this has gone farthest, and it is in the phase 3 stage now. And obviously we are expecting, though a vaccine trial takes longer time, but WHO has come up with a method which is the solidarity study, where studies are being conducted in different countries together at the same time, so that this time could be minimized to some extent. But the ethical issue is very important here. We don't know what is going to happen, but there are different types of vaccine also, which I'm not going to in details about. Some are killed, some are live attenuated, and there are DNA based and a lot of other things. So this is happening. In terms of the drug, which I have not put in any, these are, some are a usual drug which are repurposed under trial, and some are also new drugs treatment. This is also 263 which are on a research basis, and they have to register in WHO site before they start these clinical trials. So this is the status about the treatment and the vaccine. Let's see how it comes up. Let me now give some light on the preventive aspects. We all know hand washing is the most important things, and where we have to go it for 20 seconds, and also some alcohol based hand rub, which is also we can also be used, but soap and water is the best, I should say. And also one issue is that avoiding touching eyes, nose and mouth with unwashed hands. This is very important. We don't have a very good studies in hand, but we know that average one person in an hour 5 to 6 times touches nose and mouth. So if that is the case, you can understand that how the infection can go into, by this is like an auto infection. Well, I'm touching something and also touching my mouth and nose. So that's the reason sometimes I tell that even if you wear a cloth mask, which is also now suggested, your hand will not touch your face, at least no face and nose and mouth. So that can be prevented. The infection will not go directly there. And we can also say that with tissue, which can be thrown into a closed bin, and also use the elbow of our hand. And the other thing is to stay home if you are sick, avoid close contact with people who are sick. So these are things which you know, but I would like to give a little bit of tips that for general people, how you use this. This is when you use 1 liter of water, you can use 3 to 4 teaspoons bleach drobon, which can be, there are bleaches which you can find in the market, which can be with 1 liter of water, and you can use that for any household cleaning purposes. This is the one level of disinfectant what you can use. Sometimes it is stronger, but you can make it a little bit lighter also. That will also kill the virus, depending on what you are cleaning. And there is another point which I will tell you about, that if you take this is not here, 1.5 liter of water, and if you put 4 teaspoonful of this is any powdered soap, that is gura saban, anything, any gura saban will work. If you make it, that is also very helpful, because this is an envelope virus, can kill it. So soap water, 1.5 liter of water, put 4 teaspoonful of gura saban, that will help you in making you clean. And these are the surfaces where we have to clean on a regular basis, otherwise things will get contaminated. These are little things which I am not going into details, just 1 to 3 few points. As I mentioned, they're not to touch on the front of the mask, and this I can share my slides, which people can also look into afterwards. This is important. I found it very interesting that if none of them are wearing mask, then what happens? Definitely. If one wearing mask, other not, probably. And also the person who is sick, if that person is wearing mask, the other one is not, then possibly that person can get infected. If both of them get a mask, then it is maybe. But if they are wide apart, not even closer, then maybe not infected. And if you are confined in your house, then probably not. So this is, I think, a very good schematic diagram which tells you what measure to be taken for us. This is another point where I want to make that this has got this has been proven in one study in 2014, where it has been shown that wearing a face, a shield can help, especially those who have got beard. But I have attended one webinar very recently from WHO. They encourage it on top of the mask, you're wearing. It is not like just only only the shield. Shield can be an added thing, but obviously you have to have a mask behind that. Otherwise, things will you won't be protected. And these are very needed when a person is handling a patient, infected patient. It is not for daily, everyday use for general public. So these are people who are dealing with patient and those who are exposed to the infection where they are supposed to be infected. So this is about my presentation, and I think I can wait for question and answer. As you can see that these are the public health social measures which are very important: hand washing, distance maintaining, respiratory etiquette, and also there is travel also you have to take precaution. I think I have covered within 11 seconds short of 25 minutes. Thank you. Nazneen, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. What to say, basically, I'm sure that all the audience reaction is same like me, that it was really very comprehensive way of communicating about the total science aspect, even the practicality aspect of this COVID disease. So at least we have some very common understanding and clarified understanding through your presentation. Just to make a little bit at sir, apni eto beshi bole felechen, so beshi kichu proshno thakbe na, because most of the questions have been covered. Tarpore just to make ourselves more clarified, I think that we can really go for some more discussion and expecting more kind of, sir, your views from you that number was only 8 in Bangladesh, 1 in Bangladesh. It was 3 cases on 8th March. And then it is increasing over the time. ঠিক আছে, শেষে যখন আপনি শেয়ার করলেন আজকের কথা যদি বলি তাহলে এখানে 1,81,121 মানে 181,129 cases. So, and then 2,305 deaths. So to us, it's most important to understand that when it is number 1 case and then more number cases, up till April, the case was like, if we look into the linear data, epidemic data, then we see that the hike was reasonable. But from April onward, the hike is really very upclimbing. So এই যে আপকানিং একটা হাইক হচ্ছে আর কোথায় গিয়ে এটা শেষ হবে বা এটার প্ল্যাটুটা আসলে কি? সবাই বলে যে এটার একটা পিক আছে, পিকটা কি, প্ল্যাটুটা কখন হয়, এবং অন্য কান্ট্রির সাথে যদি একটু কম্পেয়ার করে স্যার যদি একটু আমাদেরকে একটু ক্লারিফাই করেন যে মানে আসলে আমরা বাংলাদেশ কি এক্সপেক্ট করছি, আর এইটা যে ঊর্ধ্বমুখী হচ্ছে, এটা ঊর্ধ্বমুখীটা নিম্নমুখী কবে হওয়ার পসিবিলিটি আছে, বা এটা কিভাবে প্ল্যাটুটা হয়, বা অন্য কান্ট্রিতে কিভাবে হয়েছে? স্যার এটা আমাদের একটা বিশেষ কোয়েশ্চেন আপনার কাছে এই মুহূর্তে। আরেকটা স্যার, আমরা যে স্ট্রেইনের কথা আপনি বলেছেন, আপনি অনেক বিশদ বলে ফেলেছেন, but just to understand more about a little bit of this virus, more knowledge, is it a strain which is some way common to other countries as well, neighboring country, or it is a very different kind of strain that in Bangladesh? So what makes it commonality with other countries? Is it because of the traveling of the virus, or what is the reason behind the strain টা similarity হয় এক এক কান্ট্রিতে এক এক ভাবে appear করে? স্যার এই দুটো কোশ্চেন একটু সবার জন্য ক্লিয়ার করলে ভালো হয় স্যার। থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
This is not an easy question to answer. Number
তারপরে
one, যে
স্যার আমরা
আমাদের
একটু ক্লিয়ার হতে চাই। থ্যাংক ইউ
না,
স্যার।
প্রথমটা আমি বলি আগে যে আসলে আমাদের দেশের এটা অল ডিপেন্ডস অন আমাদের কিরকম ইন্টারভেনশন মেজার্স নেওয়া হচ্ছে। আপনি যদি আমাদের দেশের ইন্টারভেনশন গুলি প্রথম দিককার দেখেন, ইন্টারভেনশন গুলি আমি বলবো খুব ভালো। প্রথম ইন্টারভেনশন গুলি যেটা নেওয়া হয়েছিল, পরবর্তীতে এগুলি কিন্তু ওই জীবন এবং জীবিকার মাঝে এসে কিন্তু অনেকটা আমরা সরে গেছি সেখান থেকে, যে কারণে মানে ইন্টারভেনশন গুলি খুব স্ট্রিক্টলি করা হয় নাই অথবা যায় নাই, দুটোই হবে। তো অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমরা প্রথম যেসব কান্ট্রি, বিশেষ করে ভিয়েতনামের কথা যদি আমরা বলি, তারা ডে ওয়ান থেকে কিন্তু দে ওয়ার ভেরি স্ট্রং অ্যাবাউট দ্য কন্টেইনমেন্ট মেজার্স, এবং তারা কিভাবে সেটা করা হয়েছে, এমনকি ইভেন ইন শ্রীলঙ্কা অলসো দে ডিড ভেরি ওয়েল, এবং সেখানে তাদের এক্সাম্পল গুলিও কিন্তু ভালো। আমাদের এক্সাম্পল ইনিশিয়ালি আমি বলবো খুবই ভালো, কিন্তু পরবর্তীতে গ্র্যাজুয়ালি ওভার দি টাইম আমরা ঠিক ওটা ধরে রাখতে পারিনি। তবে বলতে পারেন তাহলে আমাদের রেট অফ ইনক্রিজটা এত না কেন? অবশ্যই সেটা মানুষের সচেতনতা কিছুটা বেড়েছে, কিছু মানুষ তো নিজেরাই বাইরে যায় না, এই সবগুলি কিন্তু আসলে কন্ট্রিবিউট করে। এখন যদি আপনি প্রেডিকশনের কথা বলেন, আমাদের কিন্তু খুব ভালো কোনো আর্নট, যেটাকে আমরা বলি যে বেসিক রিপ্রোডাকশন নাম্বার অথবা আমরা আরটি অথবা ইফেক্টিভ রিপ্রোডাকশন নাম্বার, এগুলির উপরে কিন্তু খুব ভালো ডেটা আমাদের নাই। ওইটা কিন্তু একটা বেসিক ইন্ডিকেটর ফর প্রেডিকশন, এবং এটা এখন যেভাবে ক্যালকুলেট করে বলা হচ্ছে, একটা শোনা যায়, আপনার হয়তো শুনেছেন মিডিয়াতে, আমি মনে করি না যে সেটা খুব কারেক্ট ফিগার। কারণ সেটাই যদি হয়ে থাকে তাহলে আমাদের কেস সংখ্যা কিন্তু ইতিমধ্যে কমে যাওয়া উচিত ছিল, কিন্তু সেটা কিন্তু খুব হয় নাই। আরেকটা জিনিস যেটা ল্যাকিং, আমরা ন্যাশনাল ফিগার দেখছি, কিন্তু আমরা ডিস্ট্রিক্ট ওয়াইজ যদি ফিগার দেখতে পারতাম তাইলে হয়তো বুঝতে পারতাম। তবে আমাদের আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ডিং এ কিছু কিছু মনে হচ্ছে যে কোনো কোনো ডিস্ট্রিক্টে কমছে, কোনো কোনো ডিস্ট্রিক্টে আবার বেড়ে যাচ্ছে, সেই জিনিসটাও কিন্তু, সিনারিওটাও কিন্তু আছে। এবং এখানে কমপ্লিট লকডাউনটাই আসলে হওয়া উচিত, কিন্তু সেটা না হওয়ার কারণে কিন্তু এই যে ভেরিয়েশন গুলি হচ্ছে, এটা হচ্ছে আমার কনক্লুশন। এখানে খুব স্ট্রেইট ওয়ে কোনো আনসার দেওয়ার নাই, তবে ইন্টারভেনশন মেজার স্ট্রং হলে পরে কমে, এটাই নিয়ম।